Yes, we're back now with our GMA cover story. Full court press this morning with three of the biggest names in basketball analysis. We've got Elle Duncan, give it up for Elle, Chiney, Ogwumike, and Andraya, all from ESPN to talk about all things March Madness for the women's tournament. Let's bring it on, let's bring it on. Okay now, Selection Sunday, it's in the books. What stood out to you, Chiney?
Honestly, the field is as open as it ever has been, and what's crazy is that we got people feeling snubs from Dawn Staley to Coach Gottlieb, at USC. But to me, I think it's going to be really interesting because if you think about the most watched women's game this year, right. USC, UConn, either Paige Beckers or Juju Watkins will not be in the Final Four. I was mad. I wanted them both. But the fact that that's going to happen potentially in the Elite Eight, to me, is going to be super fun.
It's so amazing to see you all being quiet right now because I know you always want to jump in with everything that's being said. Okay, last season was fantastic in the women's game. It kept going this year. The most watched in like 16 years for the regular season. Who should we be watching?
Oh. Okay, this is like whenever we talk about like on the NFL side, whenever an analyst is like, I'm picking the Chiefs, everyone calls you lazy and they're like, yeah, great analysis. But until somebody dethrones Dawn Staley, I'm going with South Carolina because, Robin, I'm sorry, but like nobody else has 41 points coming off the bench. Nobody else has nobody else has those 10 All-Americans, the depth that they have, and then you're seeing some players like Chloe Kitts really round into form. I think that UConn game where they got embarrassed and they admitted it at home woke them up, and they are playing.
They've learned from those losses, all three of them. Yeah. All right, Andraya, now you as a lady ball, you went to the big dance 4 times. Tennessee's the only women's team to make it to every tournament. Used to be Stanford and
oh my gosh, don't do that.
You doing okay? Are you doing okay?
I just couldn't resist.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay. I took some big L's to Chiney, so it's something that just.
So what is the feeling? What is the feeling? You know, as a player, what is it like for them heading into the big dance?
It's so intense. There's so much pressure, Chiney. You know this. But it's so much fun. Like, some of my best memories are coming from traveling to the tournament, preparing for those games. You win, you turn around, you're prepping again. The intensity of it and the way it pulls you and your teammates together, there's just, we didn't have to bring up these old pictures, but there's absolutely, there's the glow up is real. There's nothing like it.
You know what's funny, Drea? When you're talking, I think of, what is it, Dochi? Anxiety. It's so much anxiety, but they're on the other side of anxiety is accomplishment. So you've worked your entire season to really succeed at the highest levels, and you have to leave it all out there. So 3 Final Fours for me. Never got the big one. Never got the big one. But it's still the most special basketball you'll ever play. And I play in the pros. It's the most special basketball you'll play in your entire life.
And it is for the fans. Filling out the brackets. Any advice?
No. Good luck. God bless.
Oh, you've got some nuggets. You've got some nuggets.
Yeah. So here's my advice, because everyone loves a good Cinderella story, and if you're filling out your men's bracket, you're hearing a lot of like an 11 seed always beats a 5. Something to know. Cinderella in a women's seed is like a 3 seed. Nobody lower than a 3 seed has ever won the national championship on the women's side. So don't get too cute in those early rounds. We typically see it be pretty chalk. I'm probably going to jinx the field because I just said that.
That's all we do.
But I would say, I think 45 of the last 46 titles have gone to a 1 seed. So it would be smart to at the very least put 1 or 2 of those 1 seeds in your Final Four.
Give us some Cinderella teams to watch for.
It's wild, but we were saying this straight. Notre Dame, to me, despite being #1 in the country, I know, Robin, just 21 days ago, they're a 3 seed now, which would technically put them as a Cinderella
team.
But if we're talking about teams that have really learned from their losses, the same way South Carolina has, I think Notre Dame has the opportunity. Some people have said, hey, this break is the best thing for us, and they still have probably the most talented backcourt in America. So Notre Dame, I would not like to see them in my bracket as a 3.
You know what? Well, an actual Cinderella, because this would be a 4 seed, but because they've done it before, Kenny Brooks at Kentucky. He's just one to watch out for. Now, where the trouble is he's in USC and UConn side of the bracket.
Good luck.
But if people wanted to, like you said, get cute, Kenny Brooks has been there before.
What about a 2? TCU. They've had a tremendous tournament. It's not like Cinderellas in women's college basketball are kind of, if you're not a #1.
TCU is special though. They've Haley Van Lith, a ton of amazing transfers, and they have a big 3.
Went from open tryouts to now winning their conference.
Okay, let's give a rapid fire here. I'm going to start with you, Chiney. Men, women, who's going to win it all?
Oh, okay. Maybe it's a year of the SEC. Am I going to go with Tennessee?
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, cool. Well, just for you. And then women, I feel like until they get dethroned, it's South Carolina, but my #2 would be USC. Okay. It's a year of Juju.
Men play basketball? Weird. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm gonna go with Florida Because that feels is that
Okay.
you do men's, okay?
Yeah.
Florida, and then South Carolina.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Men for me, because Chiney picked Tennessee. Usually I would rock with my Vols. I'm gonna go Duke. I like this young Duke squad. I do. I like this young Duke
Cooper
squad.
Is he back?
He didn't finish in the tournament, but they're doing well without him, and I
Okay.
think now they've got some time to get him.
All right.
So,
Okay, so
yeah,
Duke,
should be
okay.
good.
And
Going,
for
yeah,
women?
find some time.
Come on, girl.
For women, this one's tough. Whoever comes out of.
No. Come on, just say it.
I was gonna say whoever comes out of UConn and USC.
So
Then
which
pick one. Who's
So
coming
pick
out
one.
of it, Dre?
And be smart.
Wait,
about
you
it.
picked 2 teams?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I just gave Juju some love and I picked South Carolina.
Facts.
Wow.
Pick 'em.
Okay. You really, when you put me on the spot, I'm not great. But you know what? I'm gonna say UConn.
Okay. Wow. And Paige's last year.
Pages last
That
year,
would be a
it would.
huge step up, yeah.
Not that I'm really about analysis, but it would be poetic for UConn to finally be healthy and for Paige Beckers to get a championship.
Can I just say something really quickly, Robin, that's also poetic, is that what's also really cool about the women's tournament is not just the competition and the matchups, but also all of those young girls that are in the stands that we get to see being inspired. And it is so full circle that you are such an inspiration to us as
that's
Black
very
women
kind.
broadcasters. Like to get to come on your show and talk about basketball with you, our girl, like it is
You're my
so
queen.
fortuitous and prophetic. And thank you for having
We
us.
go back a long way.
Yes.
We go back a
Yes,
long
we
way.
do.
Proud of y'all. And
Thank
this was
you.
just, you just whetted our appetite.
Yes.
Very excited. Very
Love
excited.
watching you. Maybe I'll see you at the Final Four like I did last year.
please.
That was a
Please.
nice surprise.
Please.
Yes.
Come, yeah.
And the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament tips off this Wednesday with the first 4 games. Then the first round begins on Friday, and you can watch all the games exclusively. Where?
Yes.
Yes.
On the networks.
And ABC.